Welcome to another lockdown lesson. What I'm going to be doing today is teaching two different things. You get to see me moving up here, but have a look down at my camera across here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at something which goes either So I'm zooming in on this hand over here to show you exactly what's happening, but I'm playing the same notes as I'm playing here, actually slightly off camera. So I can either play with my left hand here, and then the same note higher, or I can play with my right hand here and the same note lower. But we'll get around to what's happening there. The first thing that I'm doing is following a really basic rule of music of fifths. I'll do another lesson on why fifths, but watch this. I'm starting on a G, and I'm counting up 5 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to use a G, and we're going to use a D. Or I could be on the G, and I could count down 5. So that's G and C. So the notes we're going to be using for today's lesson, we're going to be using the G note, the C note, and the D note. We're going to follow something that's called a 1-4-5 progression. It's called a 1-4-5 progression because look, the G, which is in the middle, so this is the note that we're going to start and we're going to end on. We could call this note 1. We would call it note 1 so that we can do exactly the same thing, but we can do it in different keys. So we're going to call this note 1, and we're going to call this note 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the D is called note 5, G is note 1, and therefore D is note 5. Which does give us a little bit of a problem. If G is note 1 and D is note 5, what on earth do we do with the C that's down here? How do I count that? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the C is 4 up from the G, so it is known as note 4. So what we've got here is we've got note number 1, which is the G, note number 4, which is the C, and note number 5, which is the G. Note 1, which is the G, note 4, which is the C, and note 5, which is the D. So what I can do is I can go G, C, back to the G, D, down to C. What I'm doing here is I'm following something which is called the 1-4-5 progression. The 1-4-5 progression is used in a lot of blues, rock and roll. It underpins a lot of country music, and it goes a little bit deeper when it comes to just standard pop music, but it is still there. The best way of thinking about the 1-4-5 is like this. It's about halves. So we start with 4 Gs, then 2 Cs, then 1 D. So it's halving each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was the 4 Gs. 2 Cs are coming up, we're halving that. 1, 2, and then back to the G again. And then remember we had 1 D, D, C, and then 2 Gs to finish, because remember that was note 1. So we've got 4 Gs, 2 Cs, followed by 2 Gs, just to shape it correctly. 1 D, 1 C, and then 2 Gs to finish off. 4 Gs, 2 Cs, followed by 2 Gs. 1 D, 1 G, 1 D, 1 C, and then 2 Gs at the end. So that is 4 Gs, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Cs, 1, 2, back to 2 Gs again. 1 D, 1 C, and then 2 Gs. So playing that without talking over the top of it, 4 Gs, 2 Cs, 2 Gs, 1 D, 1 C, 2 Gs. One more time. So I've got my camera in nice and close to what's happening here, but have a listen to what I'm playing. 1 G, and here's the G up the octave. Something I'm doing with these lockdown lessons is, while we're all in lockdown, just giving you fun little things to try while you're at home. Fun things to try yourself and share with the family. Either spend some time by yourself. Everybody's kind of cooped up in their houses together. So just going, I'm going to go and practice my piano and getting a bit of time by yourself, or getting a bit of time with the family and saying, let's all practice together. So here I'm taking exactly the same thing as I was doing, but I'm adding my other hand playing the same note. So every note I play here, I'm going to play the same note with the other hand. That's me playing this note and the G that's higher. Higher again. Higher again. Now I'm going to take the same thing, but this time I'm going to play with my right hand, and I'm going to move my left hand over here. So you can play it in both directions. You can play the 1-4-5 progression. I happen to be doing it in the key of G, which means that G is 1, C is 4, and D is 5. 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5. It's difficult to talk and do it at the same time. 5, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1. Or down the octave. 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1. So, go have some fun with that, and let me know how you're getting on in the comments below. We all stay connected. It keeps us safe and keeps us sane. If you are looking for lessons, then contact me on robinthornton.co.uk. But in the meantime, have fun with your music. I'll see you in the next lesson.